So imagine pitching this massive project to your boss, right? And they look over at their glasses, nod super slowly, and say, wow, that is a very courageous idea.
Oh, no.
Right. Like, if you take those words in a strictly literal sense, you're walking out of that room feeling like an absolute hero.
Ugh.
So welcome to today's deep dive, where we're looking through a stack of workplace psychology notes to talk about office communication.
Yeah, and our mission today is to basically shatter that hero illusion for you. Because, well, as the research makes painfully clear, being called courageous in a corporate setting usually means, this is crazy and will definitely fail.
Wait, definitely fail.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's a prime example of this highly sophisticated linguistic shield, which we call subtext. Like, the words say one thing, but the social meaning is the exact opposite.
Okay, so for your basic workplace survival, learning to read between the lines isn't just some, optional soft skill. It is essential.
100%. We're essentially looking at the mechanics of polite insults today.
Polite insults, I love that.
Yeah.
But let's unpack the underlying cause first, because reading through your notes, the core driver here is conflict avoidance. But I mean, logically, wouldn't directness just save everyone so much time?
You would think so, right? But workplaces are these really delicate hierarchical ecosystems. Direct confrontation totally threatens that social order.
So people just wrap rejections in a nice little bow instead.
Exactly. Instead of initiating a blunt collision, which, could damage a working relationship or challenge authority, people use passive-aggressive politeness. It functions as a buffer.
Ah, like a verbal airbag.
That is a great way to put it. The impact is still there, but it keeps you from flying through the windshield. You're still being insulted, but the polite phrasing protects the professional veneer.
Which explains our first phrase perfectly,
Uh-huh.
with all due respect. Because on paper, that sounds like you're rolling out this red carpet of admiration.
Oh, it is the exact opposite. That verbal airbag analogy is spot on here. With all due respect is just a massive linguistic warning sign.
Really, so it's not respectful at all.
No, not at all. It's the ultimate tool for conflict avoidance. It literally translates to, I think you are completely wrong, and here's exactly why.
Wow. So it basically softens the blow right before the punch.
Yes, it creates this socially acceptable opening to aggressively dismantle someone's argument without technically breaching office etiquette.
Okay, that makes sense. But what about when the pushback is a bit more subtle? Like, say you give a presentation and someone says, that's an interesting perspective.
Ah, the dreaded interesting.
Right, because in the textbook definition, interesting is purely positive. But we all know that sinking feeling when a manager says it. What is the psychological mechanism there?
Yeah, well, it's all about nuance. In the real world, interesting acts as a neutral safety net. It's a non-committal placeholder.
Used for what exactly?
Used when someone finds your idea highly unconventional, and almost certainly not in a good way. By calling it interesting, they don't have to lie and say it's brilliant.
Oh, I see. But they also avoid the hard work of actually explaining why it's terrible.
Exactly. They're effectively putting a quarantine around your idea. It keeps the conversation polite, nobody yells, but it firmly draws a boundary.
And you're just left trying to figure out if they're actually intrigued or just wondering how you came up with something so strange.
Right, and they can just smile and slowly back away. Which actually leads us to the most frustrating tactic of all. I hear what you're saying.
Now, see, I used to think this one was the gold standard of empathetic management. Like, you're taught this is a sign of active listening.
I hate to break it to you, but looking at the workplace psychology articles in our sources, it's deployed to do the exact opposite of connecting.
Yeah.
It's used to shut down the conversation.
Shut down. Wait, really?
Yeah, that is the brutal reality of passive-aggressive polite speak. When someone says, I hear what you're saying, they are merely confirming the biological fact that their ears registered the sound waves of your voice.
Oh my gosh. So they are not agreeing with you at all.
Not even a little bit.
And I'm guessing they have zero intention of fixing the problem you just brought up.
Bingo. It's a brilliant deflector shield. It politely closes the loop on their end, while basically keeping you on the hook.
So you walk away feeling validated that you spoke, but structurally, absolutely nothing changes.
Which is why reading between the lines is so crucial.
So what does this mean for you listening right now? It means falling into that literal trap is dangerous. In office culture, subtext isn't just an optional extra layer of meaning.
No, it is the actual conversation. If you only listen to the dictionary definitions of the words being spoken, you are missing half of what's happening around you. You have to listen to what isn't being said just as closely.
Absolutely. And that leaves us with a slightly uncomfortable thought for you to take away today. We've spent this whole time decoding how other people hide their true feelings.
But think about your own communication.
Right. The next time you find yourself typing out a perfectly polite, highly professional email, ask yourself, are you using that language to genuinely respect the other person? Or are you just terrified of conflict?
Definitely something to think about. Think about your own inbox. What is the fakest, most passive-aggressive, polite phrase you've ever had to read between the lines to understand?
Keep an eye out for those courageous ideas, everyone.